Welcome back to Dubsy Bricks and another episode of Building Jabba's Palace. And I'm going to start off this week by moving these stairs. They're too far around the back of the building, and I think the last step needs to finish around about here or possibly here. So these should come off in one section once I've just attached the studs on the bottom here. They are attached to the wall bit here as the plates are all joined into it. So I can just take off that entire section, remove these three, bring it along and put those ones around there. So should be a straightforward job. Once we've done that, we're going to start filling in this section inside of here with some filler brick and filler plate, ready to build the next section of the building at the top there. So let's get to it. And there are the stairs in the correct place now, so I'm much happier with them being this far around. They were too far around the back previously. Now what we can do, build the support structure up in the centre here, ready for the next section of tower. And then we've got to get a prototype in and work out how we're going to do the tower. Because basically we want it to be 46 studs as opposed to 48. And I don't think that it's going to work using the technique that we've done here. We'll try it, but anyway, let's stop talking and let's get building. And there we have it. It's all filled in. So as you can see, there are pillars galore inside of here. Use good, probably over 200 filler bricks, 2x2 bricks in there, let alone all of these 2x10 plates. And we've used a lot of Technic bricks in here as well, especially these ones here. And what I've done, I've tried to go all the way around, so it's all one big connected part on there. And what I'm going to do next is we will sort of like put some more plates which will come right out to the bricks on the four bits there studded down at the very bottom. And that's where we'll fix the next level to. But now we've got this support structure in, what we can do now is try and prototype a 46 by 46 stud in diameter circle. And yeah, we'll just see how that goes. And here is the first attempt of the second circle. And there are quite a few gaps along here, which I don't think I'm going to be able to lose. And it's not quite the right size either. This should be coming out a little bit more. We've tiled underneath this whole ring. So the only place it's kept in place at the moment is here. I think it's the only place that sort of like I can attach it to. What I'm going to try now, I'm going to pull this circle off and I'm going to try doing one where these clips are on top of each other. So instead of it being a 4 wide bit, it will just be a 2 wide part of the wall going up. So it'll be half the size of these, but there'll be obviously twice as many of them. So we're going to try that, see if it helps, because we might be able to gain a little bit more on there. The other option is we will go for 3 studs. So we're going to try a couple of different combinations and see what the best way is. If we fail to find any solution, then what we're going to have to do is just come up the whole way, and it won't be sort of like tapering back as it looks in the film. But we'll try our best and see what we can come up with. There is option B, and I think this one is going to work out a little bit better. So we're going to go with this. So we've put these, like the panels going up, are 3 studs apart now, and as you can see, the bracket is behind a plate, so we've extended the plate out by 1. Now on top of here, I'm going to put either some tiles or some cheese wedges, and then we'll build the brick walls up on the plates at the front there. And all of this is on tiles, and I'm hoping it will just all clip together nicely at the end. What I think I'm going to have to do is put some more hinges around this section here. I don't think there's any way around that, unfortunately. And that's the dark bluish grey ones that we need, and I don't think we've got that many. So I'm going to need to order about 50 of those, and I think just to get this one tower done alone, let alone all of the other towers. So hopefully we can find techniques using the town ones, because we have still got a fair few of those left. But yeah, we'll just see how we get on. But anyway, next thing we're going to do now, is build these wall sections up just a little bit, and then we'll see if what we can find out with the hinges and other bits and pieces, and we'll go from there. We found probably 4 of these hinges, so we were going to put them on top of the snot bricks. However, the little bit that sticks out here was knocking against the plate, so it doesn't work that way. So what I happen to do is actually put them underneath the snot bricks. There's nothing obstructing it there. So we're just going to put a few on, make sure it all works, and if it does, then we know that we can order in the other 46 or whatever it is of these to get the job completed. And the tower's coming on nicely, and as you can see, we've built another 7 bricks high all the way around on here. and the gap's a little bit higher on the top here than at the bottom, and there's a lot of movement within the within this section. And once I've got all of this sort of like done around the edge here, I'll be able to push it all out to make the gaps consistently all the way around. So as you can see, that one there, the gap's a lot smaller than it is there, so it's not going to be an issue once we've got it all done. But we're running so low on all of the bricks, and if you look in here, as you can see, I've used 1x2 and 1x1 plates. The one good thing with doing like this, I'm able to add a lot more texture and details into the parts there. I did pick up a whole load of the 1x2 nougat plates the other day at the Dublin Lego store. Obviously I need the 1x to go with them to make this bit here. So what we're going to do next is sort of like move this back over to the mock table and put it on the mock, and then we're going to sort of like start working out where the next couple of towers are going to be, and sort of like just do the base part of them just to see how that's going to look and what parts we're going to need for that. So let's move it over there and see what it looks like. And we made the 3 circles for the next 3 towers. So these 2 are smaller, sort of like stumpier towers. So I think they only come up to probably about the height of what that building is at the moment. And then this is the really tall, thin one that goes at the back. I think in sort of like, if you look at anything like Book of Boba Fett or Return to Jedi, they should be a little bit further back. But which I could do, and then I could just do a bigger support thing on there. So I just need to make sure the tower placement is nice. It would have been nice to have had that main building actually over the throne room, but as I mentioned before, it is almost like 2 separate mocks, because these buildings are not in scale at all to the building below it, obviously. So we could push those back, do a separate sort of like cover up area on there, and then we'd have more of the lead up to the palace on there. But anyway, let's take these circles back to the desk and see what we can get built up with the bricks that we do still have. Luckily, the bottom sections of these are both grey, the same as this here, so we'd definitely be able to get that part done, and we might even be able to get a bit of the dark orange done as well. But yeah, let's get to it and see what we can do. And here we have 2 base plates. So this one we've already made a start on attaching the circle to it. As you can see, we've got studs on the 4 edges, so these would be the ones that the hinges are permanently attached to, and then the rest the other hinges just rest on top of these ingots, because obviously the studs are going to be at a funny angle, as you can see just here. So we've put a couple of layers of the tan at the bottom, and all of this grey plate here will also be tanned. And then what will happen is we'll be able to just lift the tower off and put it down, and on the actual mock itself we will build sand up against, or a sand effect against the side of the plate, so you won't see any of the grey base plate at all on there, and we'll just tile this section off. So what we're going to do, we're carry on building this up now using the grey and then the dark orange, and then once we've done so, we'll check back in and show you what it looks like. And here are the 2 towers that we've done, and we're getting really low on the bricks on the nougat colour there. We have got plenty of 1x2 and 1x1 plate, so I can make bricks up using those, which I've done a fair bit, so I might carry on doing that. And again, with this, I'm going to need some more hinge pieces. But we did come across a couple of the nougat hinges, so we've used those in there. I don't know where I'm going to need to put anything inside this tower supported, because I'm not going to be tapering this one in. It's just going to be staying in the same diameter on there. And there are the 3 towers that we've started all together, and it's really starting to come on now. Really pleased with how it's looking. Need to get a lot more bricks in. I keep on saying this week after week, and I'm just amazed at how much it is just swallowing it up. Obviously I still need to start the 4th tower here, and then down here we're going to have a couple of the smaller towers. We have placed an order on Bricklink with somebody from Germany for some hinges, because they were sort of like 5 cents instead of the 33 cents each that Lego.com wanted. So once we've got those in, we can finish off this section around here, and we're also going to need those hinges for doing the other buildings as well. But yeah, really happy with the week's progress that we've made here. Anyway, that's all we've got time for. Hope you've enjoyed the update. If you have, as always, please give us a big thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content on the channel. And share it with family and friends. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye. See you next time. Bye for now.